Chat, here we go. We got another quarterfinal in NEXGEN Season 4. If this is your first time tuning in, NEXGEN is a tournament of players who are all under 15 years old. And why 15, you might ask? Well, 15 is the age minimum for playing in the RLCS. So none of these players can play in the official Psyonix-sponsored 3v3 league. But all of them are talented enough that their talents are worth showcasing. So that's what the tournament is here today. The previous winners of the tournament really say it all, because this is the fourth version of the tournament. The first one won by Chronic, the second one by Daniel, and the third by Rawas. So these guys are fighting to be a part of the group of Chronic, Daniel, and Rawas. If that isn't a good squad to be a part of, then I don't know what possibly could be. Now, you've probably seen one of these players play before if you've been keeping up with the 1v1 scene, and that is Dark. Dark from Saudi Arabia, the pogoing master who has taken the world by storm. People love watching the way he plays 1v1. But the guy you maybe haven't seen before is the recent 13-year-old, able to turn 13 just a little bit before the tournament, which makes him eligible. And Mohammed, who is from Kuwait. He's from Kuwait, the Middle Eastern region, for the most part, especially at the RLCS level, especially at the high 1v1 level, except for maybe Morocco, which is more North Africa. So, you know, Middle East versus MENA. But anyways, you don't see a ton of Kuwait players. You don't see a ton of non-Saudi Arabian players. And this tournament actually has two. It has, sorry, taking a moment to think about it. It has Ahmad from Iraq, and it has Mohammed from Kuwait. And Dark coming in probably as that one seed for this side of the bracket, the Middle East side of the bracket. But Mohammed looking solid. You know, we just watched the North American side of it that had Fast versus Purge, and the camera settings from Purge on those Xbox setups was absolutely wild. But Mohammed coming in as the lower seed today. I believe it's just a PC player, and is showing his stuff right now. Up 2-1, and Dark's not going to be able to redirect that one out of nets. Is Mohammed from Iraq or Kuwait? He's from Kuwait, and you should be able to see that up on the scoreboard. If you're just tuning in, maybe you didn't see our new overlay that we have that is debuting with NEXGEN. I really like it. And you can see boost meters at the top of their cars. You see their flags and also a series indicator. So I think it's an improvement over what we had before. I still like how clean it is, if you ask me. You know, I like a very simplistic design. I had lots of options in terms of really beefing it up, but I think, you know, keeping it nice and clean is the way to go. At the end of the day, the content is the cars playing the game, right? We don't want to overrun it with too much overlay. Dark on his way back in this game. The eligible reset is wide, and Mohammed's had a good counterattack. This time didn't have quite enough boost to catch back up to him. Dark over the top of Mohammed at the midfield to tie the game. What cars? You just stare at the overlay? Are you recording for YouTube? Yeah, I think most show matches we will put up on YouTube. I think the plan is to put all of the NEXGEN games that I stream on YouTube. I'm really impressed so far. I know it's only been a minute and 20 seconds or so, but Mohammed from Kuwait playing well. And it would certainly be an impressive start to this tournament for him. I'm not sure if we've seen him show up in any 1v1 tournaments before this, or any show matches. And a lot of these people are looking to make their names right now. If you go through the NEXGEN Liquipedia, as Dark bumps to get the fourth goal, you'll see that when you go to Liquipedia and a player has not gained enough notability to get their own page, they'll show up as red. And usually late in tournaments that I've run, you know, the red names start to slowly fade away as the more established players end up doing better in the tournaments. But in NEXGEN, Season 4 at least, every player does not have a Wikipedia page, which is to say they're all, you know, looking to make their names. And I think they all will eventually, right? There's no doubt about the fact that we're going to see these names a lot in the future. But it's interesting to see them looking to make their first real marks. And that could happen here in Next Gen Season 4. Dark lobbing one up to himself. The reset double. I think that's 5 straight now. Was it Muhammad up 3-0 at the start of the game? Something close to that. Might have been 3-1, but either way, Dark on a roll. Muhammad trying to bait Dark into a low 50 in order to be able to put himself within 1. He's got Dark in net right now. He's been doing a good job of never going all in and letting Dark escape. This is going to be a really key moment here as he fakes and then dives to get boost. Actually, very smart play. Dark really well positioned to get a strong clear. I mean, Dark was going to be pinned in that back line for much, much longer if he didn't get that perfect bounce into his car. So now Muhammad's going to have to defend a Dark with boost, who has come in for a deep fake challenge, a couple different fake challenges, and the patience for Muhammad is going to get him a goal. It is so hard not to panic. The way Dark moves behind the ball is really threatening, but he just rolls it all the way in and goes for the 50 on the goal line. Oh, the Next Gen replay is going to be public. Yeah, you know what? I'll make them public. Dark. Pogo Musty. Look at him go. Dark is trying to make a statement here with this one. Muhammad thought about challenging him on the bounce of the Pogo, but went back to net, and that's a mistake against this guy. You pretty much have to intercept him on the bounce. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. 45 seconds for Muhammad to figure something out. Up to this ball quicker than Dark, which is what he needed to do, but fortunately Dark able to connect with a ton of car. Send him flying away. There was a chance there for a tight angle shot. Kuwait goes Kuwait. He's playing for the entire country. No. Muhammad goes flying by. And that 50 was the desperation that he needed. Actually, the zap dash from Dark does not get the shot I thought it was going to. Muhammad makes it back. Still possible. Dark! A really aggressive challenge. And I say challenge, but it really wasn't much of a challenge because he single jumps and then just wave dashes way past a relevant position. And now it's 11 seconds and the kickoff miracle could put Muhammad in this game. Oh no, he faked the kickoff and Dark read it. Chips it immediately in. The exact opposite of what needed to happen is what went down. And now with a 2-goal lead. Likely that Dark will win this game number 1. Probably some nerves of it being streamed. Yeah, you know, there's every player who's played on my stream, and you've watched, you've heard me say this before, but even when we were streaming to almost nobody, players still talked about the nerves of their first matches. Game number 2. Dark and Muhammad. Likely going to need another solid start from Muhammad. He wants to have a chance here against Dark. Dark in the Fennec after getting a win in the Octane. These two 50ing once again after a very neutral kickoff. Muhammad tried to get a dribble started really fast, and Dark's going to intercept it. Not sure what the game plan was here. Just trying to cut across net maybe before Dark attacked, but the way Dark likes to play defense at constant supersonic speed, we saw him earlier diving in for fake challenges. In this case, he doesn't need to because Muhammad's playing the ball so quickly. What is Dark doing? Falling back after the missed zap dash. He just needs to give up on that boost and make a play on net. He definitely left a window open. These guys dancing at the midfield. Dark gets to the position he wants to be in. Off the ceiling, reset into the ball. The backwards wave dash almost helped him win a 50. But Dark looking to get stylish with it now. Playing keep away, but not good enough keep aways. He cannot win the race for the corner boost. It's Muhammad. Hook shot and a goal. What ping are these guys on? It's a good question. Oh, Muhammad. Can't possibly be on 156 bounce. He's on 156? Oh, my goodness. We could be playing on Middle East if it's better for both of them. Wait, this is insane. This is a whole other part of the story. Wait, 180? Muhammad's playing on 180. Wait, what? We could be playing on Middle East if that's better for them. I mean, they're going to have to play on EU servers eventually if they play against North Americans. And the way Muhammad's playing, it seems like he will probably make his way there, or actually maybe not. I mean, it's a tough side of the bracket for the Middle East. The way it's going to work at the start is the North Americans are playing against the North Americans in the first couple rounds, and the Middle East are doing the same. So it's possible to lose 2 straight, and then you never play the cross regions. And I mean, despite how well Muhammad's playing, the Middle East side of the bracket there are no easy wins over there. It's really tough. In Kuwait, ping in EU is stupid. Yeah, dude, we could have been playing on Middle East. Luckily, he played. Yeah, I'll offer him the Middle East server for the next game. No doubt about it. I mean, he played so well. The first game was on EU, and he was playing with 160 ping. He played a really good game. I didn't even realize. Was not thinking. Long shot from Muhammad. Do you want Middle East server next game? Well, we'll see. We'll see what they say. Dark up 5-2. I mean, even with the 180 ping, we have seen players like KV1 win matches with big ping disadvantages on, 150, 170, which Muhammad's playing with right now. I mean, this is a impressive challenge. It's just important to keep in mind. It's if he's really going to play at this level on this ping at this age, I think it's somebody we do need to remember. Dark going to get a 6 goal. Yeah, Muhammad says yes, please. After that kickoff. Yeah, we'll definitely hop onto Middle East servers after this. Ooh, Muhammad read the fake kickoff. Totally my bad. And unfortunately, I just think these players aren't as comfortable yet to tell me, because obviously there's just no downside. Just no downside to playing on Middle East. It's just I was just being dumb. And usually players will just tell me, hey, I'd rather not play on 160. Can we just play on Middle East? But, oh, yeah. But I think these guys a little bit, newer to it all. Maybe felt less comfortable. I was like, okay, if Feer wants us to play on 170, I'll try. Like, no, it doesn't have to be that way. It will if you have to play against some North Americans, because they cannot play on Middle East. But for now, these two, we definitely swap the server. Muhammad double jump over the early challenge. I mean, might still win a game. Could definitely still win a game here on this 180 ping. The thing that makes it slightly playable, 1v1 has a lot of, or sorry, not a lot, very little ball contact between various cars. Less updates to be made by the server. When you're in control of the ball, no one's challenging you. Really not much being updated at all, as opposed to like threes where the ball probably just warps around the map constantly with how much interaction there is. Air dribble from Dark. These goal line movements are going to be really tough to read. Just barely off of that save. Johnny was saying lots of Middle East players prefer EU servers because the Middle East servers are more stable. Yeah, no, I think that's Saudi Arabian players specifically. Because I'm telling you right now, there's got to be no chance that Muhammad at 170 ping prefers EU servers over what I assume will be much better on a different server. Tell me why you fake challenged in soccer today. You could fake challenge, right? I don't know. I don't know a ton about soccer. Mohamed only down 2 right now. Dark dashing down the field. Catch back up to him in the corner. He needs a solid 50 or needs to bait Dark in and hit it over the top of him with that reset, but neither happened. Dark now full field. Double reset. The pogo shot. Mohamed has to save, and Dark lands awkwardly, so he does not recover as fast. What a save from Mohamed. Long shot for him. Get himself a goal. He does. Look at that defensive stand. He fights through the ping to show off what he can do. That is a great long shot to punish Dark. I am really excited about what I'm seeing here from Mohamed. Dark. Full field dribble. Does not shoot on target, so Mohamed actually has a chance for a long shot. He shoots wide. He's going for a crazy pinch. I don't know if he has really any other choice. That was maybe one of his best scoring opportunities. Dark is not going to back down from his aerial gameplay despite the scoreline. Mohamed cleans the backboard, but doesn't get his own boost, and that will probably be his downfall as Dark taps in an 8th. Dark takes the corner and puts himself up 2. They prefer EU over Middle East because EU is more stable. It is, no, like I said, for the Saudi Arabian players, that's definitely the case because 90 is like 90 to 100 is not the worst. US West players know about that too, but I can't imagine that Mohamed would prefer to play on 170 or 180 over something a bit better. But I could be wrong. It could be the same thing for Kuwait players as well. Middle East servers for game number 3, and still 112 ping connection. This is unbelievable. Is this what Mohamed plays with all the time? Is that what normal players from Kuwait get? Or is that, not an ideal connection? Either way, I've been so impressed. I have been unbelievably impressed with what we've seen from Mohamed so far. And we'll find out what he can do on 120 ping. Of course, Dark has much better ping here now, too. Dark with 30 ping. Are we going to see more from him? Who do you think will win the tournament? Like I said, I do think Ahmad from Iraq is probably the favorite. Just because I think one of the Middle East players will win. Not just because they're very talented, but also because in the grand finals, if they're playing a North American, they will get, a much favorable server, a server they're much more used to, as opposed to North Americans. And the last time Dark and Ahmad played each other, Ahmad had the edge, but it could be Dark as well. Mohamed is a top 100 twos player. He definitely plays EU all the time. That's absurd. I'm so glad that we got a chance to watch him. And hopefully he's able to make some waves in the tournament because playing on this insane ping is unbelievable. As well as playing at the level that he's playing at. And 13 years old. So a couple years before Mohamed will get to show his stuff in RLCS, and assuming he continues playing. But you never really know. A couple years is a long time. We've seen some prodigies move in and out of the game in that time. Dark double reset. Mohamed was threatening that high challenge. Couldn't get back down to the ground to control it in time. Why not switch servers each game to make it somewhat fair? You talked about in the crossover. It's not really fair for the Middle East players to play on 220 ping or whatever they get on US East. And the North Americans get like 90 to... It's like almost exactly the same ping. When they play on EU servers, they both are going to have like 100 for the most part. At least the far US East players will have about 100. So, it doesn't really make sense to hop to different servers when they have the same ping on one server. Dark going to stop this one. Oh, thought about stopping this one on the goal line to waste a bit more time. The fake kickoff resulting in the goal for Dark. Dark low 50, not committing hard to this challenge. Muhammad had absolutely no boost to protect this ball at all. I don't know if Dark felt like he did, but if you had a read on the boost tank of Muhammad, he would have known that going up in the air would have been completely uncontested. That Muhammad couldn't have reached him there, but he would air dribble for a third. Muhammad takes to the skies as Dark shadows closely and does not get to that ball. Did you know that Muhammad has an older brother that plays RLCS Mina? Oh, I did not know that. Scribbles, you played M7 earlier? Or you played Muhammad earlier. And he had like 120 ping, 130 ping on EU. Oh, is that right? Was that just a especially poor server for him? We had a server where he had like 180 on EU. Dark has switched cart every game as well, right? He played Octane first, then the Fennec. Now he's back in the Octane, but a different Octane. Maintains his lead against Muhammad even as we move to Middle East servers. How is Ahmad versus Dr. Known going? Dark dribble from the back corner. Reset is into the top right. Just played fast. Faster than Muhammad was expecting, who was setting up on defense at the midfield and took a wide arc. All of that was too lengthy to be able to prevent Dark's very speedy dribble. See how much the ping is now. Yeah, we'll check on the next goal, but like I said, I believe Dark's at around 30. Muhammad is now at around 120 on this Middle East server. Dark starving Muhammad out in search of a 3-goal lead. Lost control of the ball though. Muhammad gonna cut the ball to the ground. Dark forces it into the air and a little fake challenge. There was definitely a danger of Dark coming to attack that ball on the bounce, which is why Muhammad felt like he had to go up. So here it is again. About 128, 124 for Muhammad. A little under 30 for Dark after the demo. Yeah, we got the new overlay. I think the new overlay hopefully it works out. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Should just be an improvement on the previous one. (7-3), Dark starting to pull away. Just like the previous round, you know, even this ends up being a sweep. I'm very impressed with Muhammad's performance so far. Dark not going to be able to grab 100 boost before the setup. Decides to just immediately power shot. Was not able to starve Muhammad out. He's looked so good on defense. His counterattack gameplay has been what's kept him close in this series. Fake touch to one side wall, goes to the other, and Dark is going to be able to intercept him. So he jumped to try to avoid him. Used all his boost just to get back to the ball. And now they're just playing damage control after a power shot that was too strong. Wanted to slow down Dark, who's pogoing the other way. Try to go into that bottom left corner. And Muhammad really needed to cut immediately at net if he wanted to have a chance. Didn't really have much of a chance either way. But had he scored that and then 3 straight kickoffs, maybe there was a world. Dark, the reset goal. Muhammad's going to throw the GGs. Dark gets the win. Will we see one more pogo from him? Or is he going to hop out? Give me the crumbs. Thank you for tier 1 for 5 months. Pogo meta is goated. Yeah, I agree. I agree as well.